Hey everybody, welcome back to another video with Atomic Token Games. I'm Wade Wagner.
And I'm Jake Steppen.
And today we're just going to talk at you a little bit. Yeah, so we are going to kind of just talk to you a little bit about some stuff. Our first couple weeks of summer have been insane. We've been all over the place, and we've really just been like texting each other, just like, dude, I want this game to get here, because we've backed, let's see, 15 games on Kickstarter. I did actually count the number. That's a lot of games. Yeah. So we're going to kind of talk to you about the stuff that we're doing on Kickstarter and kind of let you know what's going to be coming up in the pipeline. We have stuff coming as soon as like 2 months from now to November of next year. And also, at the end of the video, we're going to be talking about our giveaway for Quests of Valeria. So make sure you watch till the end. It's here. We're going to give it away. Okay, so let's just start with our list. Do you want to start with the soonest to the latest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to Jake knows a lot more about these than I do. I'm just excited because I like shiny new things and I want to play new games. So I'm going to do kind of interview style and have Jake talk to us about this stuff. So our first one is UND1C1. So tell us a little bit about that. It should be shipping. It said June was a little delayed.
Yeah, so they just gave us an update yesterday that they had some internal difficulties or something. Basically, it sounds like somebody got fired.
Somebody got pissed or something.
But they said it was supposed to come in June. They said it's pushed back to the end of summer. So whatever that means, probably September, I'm guessing, or so. But what it is, we have no idea what it stands for. UND, no idea. 1C1, it's basically a 1v1 soccer game. So what you do is you pick a team. Each team just has a set of tokens. So you have 11 players on the field. The field is just a little, almost like a chessboard, just like little spots. Yeah. And then you have a unique deck of cards that you use.
Based on your team.
Based on your team to help move your character. So it'll be like, this is a power ability. And so your characters that have the power symbol on them can use this ability. And basically, it's kind of like a puzzle game where you're trying to outmaneuver your opponent and score the most goals.
It seems like it's been really lovingly crafted from a huge soccer fan.
Yeah.
Because the teams are both their like European League teams, right? And they're making national teams. You can buy a bunch of different teams. We bought like, what, 4?
Yeah, I think we got like 4 teams. There's like 24 or something.
But the flavor, like you say, some people have like the power marker or whatever. And I think it's just, your strikers are going to have the power marker. And then you have the defenders and the midfielders and stuff. And it's very lovingly crafted, it seems like.
Yeah, it's really unique. There's not a ton of games meant just for 2 players, so we're really excited to get this one tested out and kind of see how the 1v1 mechanics work out.
Mm-hmm. It seems like it's a really fun one to kind of just bring and play. Seems like it's pretty quick and yeah. So we're excited for that one. That one supposed to ship in June, but they said, like you said, end of summer. So yeah. Next one. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I can't believe this one's going to be the next one here.
I know.
So our next one that we're going to talk about is Mythic Mischief. This is from the same makers of Moonrakers. And we are... I'm going to say I'm excited about all of these, but this one looks so awesome.
Yeah. So this one, it's a couple weeks ago. It's on the boats. It left the factories in China, so it's on its way soon. Hopefully it'll be here soon. But what Mythic Mischief is, so it's an asymmetrical game. So you choose a faction or race.
Squad, yeah.
Yeah, and there's goblins or Frankensteins or ghosts or witches or whatever. Yeah. So they're all like mystical creatures. And your whole goal is you're playing in a library, and your whole goal is to collect tomes, different books to upgrade your powers and to score points. And while you're doing that, there's a tome keeper, the librarian, that's walking around, and he's returning books. And if he ever touches your characters, he knocks them out, you lose points, that sort of thing. So the whole point of playing all your abilities and stuff is you move your characters and your opponent's characters, and you can rearrange the bookshelves in the library and try to set things up so that the tome keeper walks over your opponent and not you as you're scoring points. So it's a really cool, really fun, interactive kind of puzzle game.
The art is so cool, like completely different. You would not know that the guys from Moonrakers made this game. It's so fun and whimsical, and gosh, it looks amazing.
Yeah. So this one, it seems really cool. It's on the boats.
Mm-hmm. So look out for probably an unboxing, maybe a how to play, some stuff for that one coming out like next month, the month after that.
Yeah, so that one's going to be our next one.
Yeah, we'll be excited. We're always excited. Okay, this one is when we first started talking about doing this channel, this next game is, you told me about this game, and I'm like, I am all the way on board. So we're talking about Primal.
Yes.
That is supposed to ship in August, our list says. But yeah, tell us about Primal.
Okay, so Primal is it's a giant game. So you basically, the whole point of it is it's a cooperative game. It's a campaign kind of legacy game where you and your teammates work together to fight monsters, and after you defeat the monster, you harvest their body parts to build new gear and craft new weapons and unlock new things. Yeah, it's very much like a Monster Hunter type game in board game form, but it's awesome. This box is gigantic.
The minis
are incredible. Hopefully we can get little images here on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, and all of these links, we'll have the links in the description down below if you want to check out their Kickstarter page and just see
more videos.
Yeah, what it looks like and stuff. But this game looks awesome. It's super incredible. There's tons of strategy. It's all based. The combat system is based on cards, so it's you deck build a little bit between scenario levels and stuff,
and you upgrade your weapons and stuff like that.
And your weapons can help your deck building and stuff, and so it's awesome. This is our biggest game that we've ordered.
I just want to have like a mini sitting right here from there. I think that's probably the game with the most beautiful minis.
They went ham. It's awesome,
man. All right, and then another one, changing it up a little bit, is Hand-to-Hand Wombat. It actually looks really fun.
So this game, it's by Exploding Kittens, the people that do Exploding Kittens. So it's a party game, a little bit different than our kind of our typical strategy games that we enjoy. But basically, the idea is it's kind of like an Among Us game where you're building these little pyramids with little chips, little tokens. You're building these little pyramids, but somebody, the bad wombat, is trying to destroy them, and your eyes are closed the whole time, and at the end of each round you have to figure out who the bad wombat is and catch him.
There is a very good place for games like that. It sounds hilarious.
Yeah, it seems really funny. It's just a party game. It's fun. It's by Exploding Kittens, so it's just goofy and has funny things, and so we're really excited.
Super easy to back. It'll be some fun content for the channel too. We'll get some videos of us playing it. I think that would be actually really fun live stream too. Except for all of our eyes are closed, so we can't interact with chat. But that's awesome. That's Hand-to-Hand Wombat. I think just whenever you say bad wombat, it's just gonna make me giggle. I don't know why every time. Okay. Next one, another one. This one is interesting. It came up really fast, and then it's shipping really soon too. Yeah. I believe it kind of came out of nowhere, but it's called Encyclopedia.
Mm-hmm. So this one, it's an engine building, tableau building kind of game. So what you'll be doing is you're an explorer or a researcher trying to help some guy. Don't remember who it is. Some guy fill out his encyclopedia,
like a Darwin type guy.
But so you're going out, you're getting all types of different fossils and creatures and plants and all these different things. You're trying to collect them, and collecting them gives you new abilities and new upgrades and points. And so you're trying to be the best collector and contribute the most to this encyclopedia, and through exploring stuff.
Yeah, the art is really cool. The idea, we love Wingspan, and that's just birds. Yeah. This is everything else, yeah. Including birds.
Yeah. And it's really cool. They worked really hard to try and get all the scientific facts, and each card has a little blurb about, this type of rock, whatever. So there's a lot of cool stuff that they went into it.
It's like a lot of some of the games that we kickstarted. I mean, at least two of them have some educational aspect to it. Mm-hmm. So I mean, little as it is, but it'll have a little blurb about that type of thing. We were playing a side note. We were playing code names with my wife and another couple, and we were playing one of them. My sister said the hint was sedimentary. Oh. And they've been out of high school for a while. Science wasn't their strong suit, and they were like, that is a great hint if we knew what sedimentary meant. So what I'm saying is there's a place for these games, you know? A good refresher on some of these scientific concepts.
That's awesome.
All right, Encyclopedia, that's awesome. So our next one, actually, that is educational somewhat, is called Trekking Through History. This one, the idea of this one is so different.
Yeah, so this game, it's kind of like a quest fulfillment type of game where you'll be drafting these cards that have certain factions and different abilities that you get to complete your missions and earn victory points and stuff, but everything is based on historical events and historical figures. And so your whole goal is you're trying to go in chronological order collecting these cards and people and events to not only complete your mission but score points and all this different thing. So this one, again, it's a very simple game. It's not super complex, not a super heavy game, but it just has, it's a really cool idea. Like I don't know if you've ever played like Timeline. There's a couple of games that go through history and stuff, but they're really fun, and it's really cool to. Again, it's a little bit, educational or whatever, but this game is done really well, where it kind of, you're trying to complete your mission, so you're like, man, I just really need, some sort of invention, and so you're like trying to find this, or I need an event or a war or whatever, and so there's a lot of cool stuff.
They took their time talking to historians, and every time you play it, you're drafting this card kind of engine or series of events chronologically, and, say you draft advanced chemistry with Marie Curie. On the back, it'll tell you like what she won the Nobel Prize for and stuff like that. And then moon landing with Buzz Aldrin, and then you go all the way back to hot chocolate with the Mayans or whatever. I was just seeing some of that stuff on their
there's some cool
page.
stuff, and the art's really cool. Like it's a really different style of art, but I think it's really cool. Really
kind
cool.
of that faded cartoonish kind of, but it looks
really
awesome.
Cool.
So we're excited to play that one. That one's the most one. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of unique stuff, but this one is. As far as
for us,
those ones go for us, it's pretty unique. So yeah, we're excited. Okay, this one is exciting. They're all exciting. I'm going to say it every time. All right, so our 7th game that we've backed, we're kind of doing them in chronological order for when they ship, is Deep Rock Galactic, based off of the space dwarf mining game video game. It looks amazing.
Yep. So this game, it's a cooperative campaign game where you and some friends are dwarves, and you mine to collect treasure, but there's monsters and stuff stopping you, so you have to fight your way through the mine and defeat monsters, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's awesome. We
are all in on this one. There's like 12 different missions, so I'm assuming, for as much as we've looked into it, that like you do like a mission or something like that. And I don't know if you level up you keep your characters between missions.
I think you do.
There's a bunch of different scenarios, and you can randomize them. There's a mission generator. They've unlocked so many stretch goals in there. It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited to play that one.
Yeah, it has a whole bunch of like cave tiles where as it's kind of like the board is dark when you start, and as you explore, you start flipping tiles over and discovering what's there, and that's when the monsters pop up, and you kill them to earn experience, and you collect new weapons, and it's awesome.
Yeah, they have the 4 characters, and you change your weapons, and
kind of like a classic like dungeon crawler type game.
It seems like it's got a lot of replayability though, because of the random tiles and all that stuff. It's going to be sweet. So we're getting the minis for that one are sweet. We're going to be hopefully showcasing part of the backer rewards that we did for that as we get the STL files, and I have a resin printer, and so I think we're going to try to print some of the dwarf minis and kind of give some sneak previews for that. Be sweet. All right. Okay, going to the kind of smaller side of things, we've the next game we backed is called Hamlet. That's supposed to ship. Deep Rock Galactic is shipping December of this year, is what it says. Yeah. And then Hamlet is also December of this year.
Yeah. So Hamlet is a village building, tile drafting game where the whole point is you're in a little, quaint hamlet in the countryside, and you're trying to build. The main attraction is, I think it's a church right in the middle of town, and so you're trying to connect all the different buildings so that you can get wood from here and take it to the carpenter to make this to score points, and then your points build the church in the middle and kind of thing. So it's kind of like Carcassonne a little bit in the tile drafting game, except it's got a lot more interactive mechanics with the tiles rather than just
like the city building of like furnace and
and like I have to use my donkey to take the goods over here. So there's a little bit more there's interaction there than like a Carcassonne game where you just kind of put it down and that's it. So
It's cool. It's got cool little art. It seems like a cool mechanic, a cool variation on that theme. So it seems we're excited for that one. That one wasn't too bad to back, kind of like Hand to Hand Wombat. Neither of them were super.
Yeah, although Hamlet was super popular, raised a ton of money and had a lot of talking about in the board game world. So it was pretty exciting.
We had to jump on it.
Yeah,
we had to jump on that bandwagon. Okay, now we're getting into like the bangers, man. Like the further we get into next year. So the next one we backed is called Broken Planet. Oh, all of these art is incredible. Tell us about Broken Planet.
Okay, so Broken Planet, it's a competitive game where the idea is your planet has been destroyed, and we're trying to live off the land, earn points, build up our groups. I don't know what you are, tribes or whatever.
Oh, yeah, tribes, yeah.
By collecting resources and stuff. So it's kind of a worker placement type game. A little bit of, engine building, that sort of thing. You're trying to, like, improve yourself and whatever. But kind of the cool twist about this game is there's a lot of, like, social interaction where, like, if two people go to this temple to try and, collect points or whatever, then you can block each other and that sort of thing. So it's a little bit of, like, I've seen what you've been doing. I think you're going to go here. So if I go there, then we stop each other. So it's kind of got a cool twist of being interactive and more than just, this is what I'm doing. End of story.
I always feel like those games get me in like the double reverse psychology. Like, I'm like, okay, well, I know that you want to go there, but you know that I know.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a fun aspect to it. And the game board is really cool.
Super
that
cool.
Broken Planet is all sprawling out around the place, and everybody has one of their own little boards
around it. Yeah, and we are one of only 322 backers or something. So pretty exclusive.
Super small project, exclusive. Check out here for exclusive content about Broken Planet. I'm interested why it didn't get more support. I mean,
I think it's just a small company, and they didn't have a ton of stuff. But I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, and there's also during the time where we were like, Kickstarter. Like, yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
Oh, love it. All right. Realizing the last half of this is very spacey and exploratory here going on. So the next one we're going to talk about is Earth. Gorgeous. I mean,
this one, hopefully there's a picture. Mm-hmm. This game looks incredible. And it's another engine building, tableau building type game where you start out, you have your island, and you're trying to build the best ecosystem, right? So you're trying to get the climate that works best for your plants and your animals, and trying to build up this huge cohesive thing that works together to score you points. And it looks, incredible. The art is, the gameplay seems awesome, but the art is like
amazing.
So
and
cool
the little tokens, like, it really puts a spin. It looks like a very unique tableau building because you're building your your little tableau here, but then also you're putting tokens and
you're growing
it.
And it has kind of cool where if I take an action, everybody gets a secondary action. So if I'm growing my plants, you can also do that a little bit
to a smaller extent or something.
Yeah, so it kind of has some cool interactions and like, man, I really need to do this, but like, I don't want to help you.
Yeah.
And anyway, so
it's got that Twilight Imperium, like when you take the action matters, because then everybody else gets to benefit from that at a certain time too. So it looks incredible. So that one is shipping Earth January of 2023. Hopefully, these are all tentative shipping dates, right? As you know with Kickstarter. So. Yeah. All right, next one, Seas of Havoc, another Earth-based exploratory game.
Yes.
But
although this is pirates. This is just straight up. You think pirates? What do you think? You think ships, money, treasure, and blowing things up, and just a good time. And
unique
that's what this
captains.
game is. Yep.
Yeah.
So this game, you get your captain. You get a deck of cards that's unique, so it's kind of asymmetric, and then you get to upgrade your ship in your deck and go fight each other and earn treasure.
There's sailing mechanics, everybody's in different parts of the sea, and it looks like one of the best adaptations of being a pirate. It looks really, really, really promising.
I love pirate games.
Yeah, Skull King. I think that's our first board game bond was over Skull King. Pirates are great. Okay. I think this may be my most anticipated one on the list, is Unsettled.
So Unsettled is a cooperative game, and what it is you, as part of the game, there's different planet boxes. And so you open the box and it has a whole set of things, and your whole goal is to survive. It's like you crash landed. So it's a space game, it's an exploration game. We crash land on a planet, and we have to survive and complete missions as a group in order to escape and live. And each planet, so we ordered like 11 planets or something. Each one is totally unique mechanics, unique, strategies and dangers, skills, and and it's awesome.
Dude, there's so much to this game. There's so much, and you start. Does your character have different abilities and stuff that? Yeah, and so like you start almost like not a lot of people have probably played Moonrakers, but you're kind of leveling up your character a little bit too to survive the different hazards. But every box is unique. You're never going to go through the same variation or combination of planets every time.
Yep.
It looks awesome. It's just like space exploration at its finest. Looks so fun. And is there minis in that one?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll cut that.
I think it's mostly cards.
Okay. So Unsettled, lots of boxes, and that, I guess we should clarify, that is a game that already exists.
Yes.
This is a second printing?
Yeah, second printing with an expansion, so it has more planets. So I think there's like 6 planets in the base game, and then this Kickstarter run introduced like 5 new planets, and so we ordered the base game with all the new expansion stuff, so we're getting a whole bunch of stuff.
Yes. Okay. See, I am excited for Unsettled, but then I keep seeing the rest of our list, and I'm like, oh! So the next one, Unsettled is supposed to ship February of 2023. Going into April of 2023, one of the next ones we've looked at is Illiterati. I've never seen a game like this.
Oh, I'm super excited. So Illiterati is a cooperative word game. So think Scrabble, Words with Friends, except you're working together to defeat a boss that has requirements like you need X amount of words with this letter or this length or whatever, and so you're working together as a team. Each player, you have your own set of tiles, and so you have to build words and he has to build words, and you're trying to
and then the boss will have abilities that will mess up your words and stuff. Like it's so like everybody's playing a unique game of Scrabble, and then the boss is like messing up your game.
And you're trying to work together. Anyways, it seems really cool. I've never played any sort of word games. Aren't that common, but like a cooperative word game like that,
and with like a story like RPG element to it, kind of where you have every character has different abilities that can manipulate the tiles differently. I believe. And it's other than playing like Bananagrams or Scrabble, like I've never. This is such a weird variation on that. It's so cool.
Yeah.
So we are excited for that one. April 2023. Also in April. Okay, maybe I lied about Unsettled. I don't know, man. They're like tied for me. Solar 175. Holy cow. This is also another incredible space game.
Yeah. So Solar 175, it's a space game. It kind of looks cyberpunk to me. The art is super cool. Art. Hopefully we get art. But the whole point of Solar 175 is it's a campaign game, so a legacy game. You start out as a team, you're building up the galaxy and exploring the galaxy and unlocking different things in the galaxy.
It's getting bigger.
Yeah, so each time you play, the board actually expands. You unlock more planets and more things. There's like voting mechanics where you get to vote and decide what kind of happens in the galaxy. So you determine, what planets are there or how they work and all those different things.
There's actually a ballot box to vote. Like everybody has a whiteboard erase marker, checks something, puts it in the ballot box.
Yeah, so it's really cool. Like they went really hard in this, into the story of this game, trying to kind of determine what happens and how things happen and everything.
They have a whole it's called Solar 175 because it's 175 years after some great war or something like that.
Yeah, and it comes with a bonus game.
Oh yeah,
just like also, which I can't remember what it's called, like
Gonza
or something. But it's a dice game.
Here's the name. It's right here.
Yeah, but that game, it just comes with that extra. Like we were like, oh, well, this
comes with another separate dice game on the side.
Yeah. So, anyways, but it's a really cool space game. I feel like space and like nature have been really big themes recently in kind of these new games. But anyways, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that one. It's just like there's so many different moving parts. It's not just engine building. It's not just voting.
Yeah, it's kind of like worker placement where you send your guys to this planet to do the thing.
It has a 90mm freaking ship called like the Titanic Elite or something. I'm a sucker for that crap. It's so cool, and even like the little player ships are really cool and lovingly crafted. It's it looks like. Like No Man's Sky, kind of. It's got this cyberpunk feel, and these ships are just these big freighters.
And and plus they're including a 100-page magazine with lore and art.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's insane.
Super awesome.
This is so cool.
Totally extra, but
yeah, it's super extra, but we're all in on that one. Yeah, incredible. I'm trying to think of what else I'm excited for about that one. There's just. There's just lots of little pieces to fiddle with, and all the stretch goals got unlocked, and yeah, that one's maybe I don't know. I'm not going to qualify any of these. I'm excited for all of them. I just want new games. And our most recent addition to our list, just backed last week, I think, is RuneScape Kingdoms. Something about a dragon. Yeah. I can't remember. Yeah. Kingdom of Everlag.
It's just random dragon quest, but. So, RuneScape Kingdoms, what it is they just took RuneScape, the old video game, you played 20 years ago, and they made it into a board game. So, it's it's a cooperative game. You play, there's different, quests you complete. So, there's, 12 quests. You go this one, you fight a vampire. But each quest has, steps you have to take to get there, and you have different skills. So, you do lots of skill checks, trying to make sure, level yourself up. You can be good at cooking or fighting or whatever you want to be good at, you can do. So, it really is just a classic RPG video game that they turned into a board game. And it looks awesome.
Cool. And it's focused less on the combat as it is. Like, the end of the mission or the end of the quest is a combat with a big boss. But up until that point...
is all the...
just little quest, somebody needs to be able to fly over a wall, and so you see who's the best at that, and you level up your skills, and it's a really cool take on that kind of RPG game.
Like I feel like games like Gloomhaven or the Deep Rock Galactic that we back, those games that are RPG are a lot more focused on the combat as the board game. This game seems like they focus a lot more on the role-playing aspect where you're leveling up your skills, you're interacting with people. They have a bunch of random NPCs that you can find and interact with and stuff. So really cool. I'm really excited for this one because I love a good RPG game. It's kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons light type thing.
A good introduction to that type of thing. And it's got so much content. Each expansion and stretch goal they added 100+ new cards and stuff, and there's event cards and quest cards and item cards, and it's actually pretty robust for something that has the name RuneScape on it, which is fun.
Which I think is part of it, right? RuneScape has been around forever. It has a bunch of stuff in it, so
yeah, it's a good time. So that is it for all of our Kickstarters, and that is not a small list, right? 15 games.
This video is 30 minutes long.
I know. This is longer than any of our review videos, but we are so excited for all of them. We're excited to be talking about them, teaching you guys how to play them, and reviewing these that are coming up. So keep an eye on the channel. Now, on to our talking about the Quest of Valyria. This is your last chance to enter into the drawing. When this video drops, you'll have a week from then to get into the drawing on this. So what you need to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment on the YouTube video, and go subscribe to our TikTok. We're going to release the winner on both TikTok and YouTube. And then we'll ship it out to you. So keep an eye on that, and we're excited. Yeah. All right, thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe, and check out our Patreon and all the good stuff in the links below. Thanks for watching.